So Imran Khan has nominated the former Chief Justice Gulzar Ahmed for the post of the caretaker Prime Minister. But Imran Khan is supposed to continue as the Prime Minister until a caretaker Premier is appointed. This is according to a notification that has been issued by the President Arif Alvi. Now, President Alvi has also written this letter to the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition right now in the outgoing National Assembly, that is Shehbaz Sharif, asking them to propose names. This is what the Dawn newspaper has reported. Now, bench of the country's apex court will resume hearing the entire matter on Tuesday. So, political googlies by Imran Khan and the President Arif Alvi leaves one wondering how democracy works in Pakistan. What is going on? The answer to this question lies in a very simple fact, friends. Only 2 no-trust motions were earlier brought in the National Assembly of Pakistan, where no Prime Minister has completed his or her full term. Both these no-trust motions were defeated against Benazir Bhutto government, that was the year 1989, and then against Shaukat Aziz's government, and this was in the year 2006. The third time, when this no-trust motion was brought against the Imran Khan government, the opposition smelled victory for the very first time in a democratic floor test, but the cricketer turned politician swung the ball literally to the court of people. He's called for elections. So the assembly has been dissolved. Imran Khan has been denotified. As the Prime Minister, Imran Khan recommended President Alvi to dissolve the National Assembly, which he did. Now, this has made the next parliamentary polls inevitable in Pakistan within 90 days. This also gives a window to Imran Khan now to stay the course as the Prime Minister for now. Another spin was given by Pakistan's President Alvi, who issued a late-night notification dismissing or denotifying Imran Khan as the Prime Minister of the country. So, is there pressure on the President? Now, the dismissal of Imran Khan by President Arif Alvi is interesting because he could have actually asked Imran Khan to continue as the caretaker Prime Minister, as the Article 94 of Pakistan's constitution provides for such an arrangement. But Arif Alvi was under pressure from the joint opposition front because they were seeking even his removal from the president's office. The opposition friends was looking to impeach the president. It had planned to secure an impeachment motion from all the 4 provinces of Pakistan. But what Alvi did is that he moved closer to the opposition by denying Imran Khan a longer rope to hang on to power in Pakistan. But this is also until a caretaker is chosen. And in a post-midnight post on Twitter, President Alvi's office has announced that Imran Khan would continue as the Prime Minister till the appointment of the caretaker Prime Minister, and this is under Article 224A of the Constitution of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Now, what is this article? This article provides that now Imran Khan can continue as the Prime Minister for 15 days. But Imran Khan will not have the same powers to make any decisions as were earlier enjoyed by an elected head of the government. But what is the problem? The problem here is that this provision is designed for the situation where there is a National Assembly in place. Now, Imran Khan got it dissolved. It is not clear if the president now can really appoint a caretaker Prime Minister in Pakistan after sacking the incumbent and in the absence of an elected House of the People. But how did all this happen? How did we reach here? See, Imran Khan was facing defeat during the voting on the no trust motion. This was moved by the joint opposition front on Sunday. The National Assembly was being chaired by its Deputy Speaker, that is Qasim Suri, who declared the no trust motion unconstitutional. The opposition move then was invalidated. Now, the legality of this action of the Deputy Speaker has been questioned by the opposition. Pakistan's Supreme Court is also listening into the entire matter. So it basically now has to decide whether the Deputy Speaker acted against the Constitution or this no trust motion was indeed unconstitutional. So has Imran Khan used his trump card? See, for long now, Imran Khan said that a foreign hand wanted to bring his government down. He also claimed that he had a trump card up his sleeve. So Imran Khan ended up using that foreign hand claim as a weapon. He brandished this purported letter as a proof, he said in his public addresses. This same claim was used in the National Assembly to declare this no trust motion unconstitutional. Now actually, Article 5 here of Pakistan's constitution says that, and I'm quoting from it, loyalty to the state, it says, is the basic duty of every citizen. So the members of the National Assembly are also citizens of the country. Now, Imran Khan here claims that the opposition leaders were hand in glove with these foreign plotters. Imran Khan's minister objected to this no trust motion, and he said again a foreign hand was behind all this, and he questioned the loyalty of the opposition, which then moved this motion under Article 5. The Deputy Speaker found merit and evidence in this claim and declared this motion unconstitutional. So this saved the Imran Khan government a defeat in the National Assembly, a trump card that Imran Khan said that he has to surprise the entire opposition. So as this political pitch is worsening now, Imran Khan was also trying to dictate the game. The development in the National Assembly offered Imran Khan another window of opportunity to play his game. Imran Khan then advised President Arif Alvi to dissolve the National Assembly, and he did that. Now, Article 58. It's Article 58 of Pakistan's constitution which makes it binding on the president to dissolve the National Assembly if advised so by the Prime Minister. If the president does not dissolve the National Assembly, it would be considered dissolved at the lapse of 48 hours since the Prime Minister's advice. So this apparent masterstroke, because a lot of people are saying this is a masterstroke, but I say this is an apparent masterstroke, it became a catch when President Alvi asked Imran Khan to continue as the Prime Minister for 15 days. So Article 224 of Pakistan's constitution says that once a notification for denotifying the Prime Minister is issued invoking this article, the individual could continue as the Prime Minister for 15 days. So a caretaker Prime Minister will now be appointed within this time frame. So Imran Khan will stay as Pakistan's Prime Minister after having ceased to be in the office with immediate effect, as that notification was issued late on Sunday night. So what happens next? Imran Khan, friends, already has started preparing for the parliamentary polls. Though the opposition still hopes for a favourable order from the Supreme Court on invalidation of this no trust motion and the dissolution of the National Assembly. But in the Supreme Court, what is the opposition hoping? The opposition hopes to draw more power from Pakistan's constitution. It says that Imran Khan and the Deputy Speaker committed high treason under Article 6 of the Constitution by refusing voting on the no trust motion and then dissolving the National Assembly, while President Arif Alvi acted against the Constitution. So this is the claim they make. And if violation of Article 6 is proven against any of the people in Pakistan, this calls for arrest and subsequent legal penalties. Speculation is already rife in Pakistan, and Imran Khan may be arrested in days and weeks to come, depending on what the Supreme Court says. The political crisis in Pakistan has set the stage for a new government through election or otherwise. So the question then on your mind, does Imran Khan today have an upper hand in the polls, if these polls were to be held? As things stand today, Imran Khan seems to have gained some bit from this political crisis in Pakistan. He may continue to be in this position if the Pakistan army doesn't shrug off the current neutrality, so-called neutrality, to take direct control of the government. And Imran Khan actually knows this very well. Having denounced the Pakistan Army's neutrality earlier, where he said, and I quote him now, that only animals remain neutral, Imran Khan in his latest remark has praised the army for staying neutral in, again I'm quoting, in a foreign plot to bring down the government. Imran Khan has also addressed the public. He says that he's been a victim of foreign conspiracy for putting Pakistan's interest and pride above all, particularly in the context of the Russia-Ukraine war. And he says that even the opposition failed to understand that it became a puppet at the hands of these so-called foreign conspirators. And on this no trust motion, you are Imran Khan daring the opposition to prove its mandate at the People's Court that the legislature, which he said had been rigged. So somebody is calling the shots. Who's that somebody? See, Imran Khan has created a political mess for his rivals as he's attempted to come out of this entire maze that has been built by the opposition. So besides the national politics, Imran Khan opened a new front in Punjab, which is the most significant province in Pakistan's politics. Because Imran Khan here, friends, has not only delayed the election of the Chief Minister in Punjab, which is facing a political crisis, with the national one, but he's also replaced its governor now. Now this is significant as the opposition parties, which is the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz and the Pakistan's People's Party, they had struck a deal in Punjab. And Imran Khan's ally turned rival now, that is the PML-Q, was also likely to gain from this deal. So now that Imran Khan has engineered this chaos for the opposition to deal with while placing himself as a front runner in a likely parliamentary election in Pakistan. And the reports that have been coming in from Pakistan actually do suggest that Imran Khan has reignited people's interest in the campaign to build what he's been calling a Naya Pakistan. The complaints of rising prices, inefficient government, also corruption in the government have kind of subsided in this political conversation. So is Imran Khan getting some kind of sympathy from the public, a chunk of whom reportedly now see him as a victim? We do not know. Imran Khan, is he still considered as an honest individual by his supporters? We'll have to see. And the absence of Nawaz Sharif with a pan-Pakistan appeal, is that helping Imran Khan right now run his narrative almost unimpeded? But all of this holds the ground only until the Pakistan Army's troops haven't cleared it for the Chief General Qamar Bajwa, who had recently told naval officers, and I'm quoting him here, that if you think I call the shots in this country, then you have no idea who Imran Khan is. So this is a story which is unfolding by the moment. We are now going to be waiting for Tuesday to help you understand what is the verdict of the Supreme Court, what will that mean for Pakistan, for us in India, for the rest of the world, as we will keep our focus on that big story. Again, it's a reminder, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe to the news that you don't get. If you've liked this video, if you've understand the situation in Pakistan, do press the like button, do share this video with more of your friends and colleagues. And for the moment, thank you for watching.